Well, hello and a very warm welcome to the Grassroots Weekender show. I hope everyone is keeping well up there. I'm sure I'm on record here. Let me just 1 second. There we go. Just 1 second. We're starting this again on Spotify. Welcome to the show. I am awful sorry for cutting Spotify viewers and listeners off there. I pressed the record button twice. Would you believe? Oh my God, dear me. Anyway, here we go. Welcome all our viewers on Spotify and DXTL TV on the YouTube from the touchlines. Now we'll do a little bit of extra time on this one, but yeah, it's one of those things, isn't it? Things happen, and welcome to a lovely Sunday show. Another famous day in Premier League, the history, the final games, teams fighting for Champions League places, done and dusted, presentation, Liverpool Football Club, done and dusted, Premier League champions, 20th time, celebrations tomorrow, done and dusted, well, not tomorrow, Radio 1, done and dusted, ships in the Mersey, royalty, everything going on Merseyside. It just shows you. And all we say is make memories, go and enjoy it. But have you ever stopped to think, now I've just gone through some of my memorabilia, what I've had, my memories when I had a racehorse, going back many years ago, the memories that left with me, still talk about it, still have photographs that I look at as well. So really I've been fortunate, and I've followed my dreams and I've pushed for my dreams, and it doesn't mean that you're mega rich if you've got something like dreams like that. You know, we were in a syndicate, keep the costs down, you know, you look for ways and you make things happen, you do things, life goes on. And you cherish things, and we always tell everyone to follow their dreams and make something of their life, and we do. Like us, don't cross the line, you know, be more encouraging on the sidelines, look after your referees, football, look after the kids. This is what we've all got to do, and it's sorry state of times when you have to do things like that, remind people about what they need to do within their lives to encourage more kids to play. What I apologise, like a speedboat going past here. This is why I'm doing my soundproofing as well. That was a motorbike, you know, the DMA. But you look into things and you start thinking, wow, now we've got all these kids playing football, and we've got all these Premier League fans going to the football matches, going to the races, things like this, and we always talk about it, fantastic memories, and we've got kids growing up. Now we've got a massive presentation tomorrow. Well, no, it's not a presentation, it's a tour. It's welcome home to Liverpool, thanking Liverpool for the season that they just had, winning the Premier League. History made, brilliant, fantastic, everyone loves it, and we're expecting 500,000 people to go there. Maybe a lot of visitors, we know that, and we had the banter with Liverpool and Everton, where our fans come from, who fills the ground. But we're true Scousers, and we all stick together in the long run, support different teams, not all of us, and you know, when it comes to a weekend and we're all sitting together and there's no football and grassroots football, no one's mentioning the Premier League. We might have a little gab about it, but we all talk about our own teams, and we all talk about players and the fans and how things go on, you know, and it's great. We're like family, basically. But I've been thinking, we're talking about lining the streets there tomorrow, thousands upon thousands, and regulars and locals, and we know there'll be some Everton fans mixed in, because I know the last time we done that, I knew Everton fans who went along just to show their support and believing that they're saying, well, it's for the city really. All this is put on, and the city, the smiles, you want to be there to be part of history, basically. I was there, I looked on, you know, and people do that. You can't knock them for it, that's what they want to do, lead them to do it. And that should be the Scouse mentality. Leave them to do it. Do what you do and support who you want to. Get on with life. You can't force people to support someone that they don't want to support. That's wrong. And we have beliefs here on Merseyside. You support one team, you stick with that one team. You don't have many turncoats. This is what we all say. And Wayne Rooney was a prime example, but he went to play for them, but he's back there at Goodison Park as a legend, supporting Everton, watching games. You know, so it never leaves you really, does it? And you can go back to resort to that, once a blue, always a blue, once a red, always a red. You know, things like this. This is the way we look at things. Now, the thing that I'm getting at now, we're doing mental health because it is rife in kids football, and we're trying to do an awareness programme. We're putting a song together, Kids Choir, who are coming up and sparing their own time to support others who are in difficulties, shall we say. And yes, they want to be part of a record, they want to be part of a group making a difference towards grassroots football and the kids in society in general. Now, it's not just on Merseyside that we're putting this song out for, it's the whole nation. This is what we want to do, and the people that we're bringing in, maybe from Liverpool, but at the end of the day, they want to give a message to kids suffering from all over the country. And that is what we're putting together, and that's why we're on a national campaign with Don't Cross the Line. And we want to try and bring everyone together, and this is why we've got so many friends nationwide, because we discuss, we phone, we talk, and we get together, and we believe in the same thing. We're singing on the same song sheet. Now, the message you want to get across is, like Tottenham yesterday, or should we say Friday evening, fans all line the streets. Now, Liverpool, Everton, Man United, Tottenham, Arsenal, all the Premier League clubs, you could say, have more fans than allowed into the ground. So the capacity of Liverpool, I think 70,000 now, Everton's 49,000 if I'm right. You know, there's, you can go through capacities right the way through, but all I'm saying is, it's never enough. And you look at the support that everyone is trying to do, and we know the government will rely on the likes of us, on the likes of charities, on the likes of everyone. If someone's suffering, to God, they won't give money because they know there's charities out there, there's people, the goodness of their hearts, they stand back and let you do it. You have programmes, Children in Need, you have all these on TV, you know, helping kids, helping the countries. The government stand back and let us do it. That's why they don't support all these, the cancer trusts and Heart Foundations, they all have to do fundraising, and people will help them. The country will stick together and help them. So the government stand back and go, we don't need to give funding, don't need to give this. People are just doing it themselves, let them get on with it. We'll just send money wherever and do other things and help us, and then put taxes up, you know, cut the cost of energy, you know, or put more price on energy, stop your pensions. It's all that. This is what I'm saying. So the people in your city are unbelievable, basically. They all stick together and they make a difference. So it's the communities that make a difference, not your government, not anyone else, not anyone in power, not any one professional, basically. The communities have to take orders and do what they do and support whoever they support. So we're looking at the likes, and I'm going in a roundabout way because I'm trying to bring things in about the reality of people and what we do, you know. And you know, I do this Respect, Don't Cross the Line, others do, other charities, others stick together, and we all hope that people will support us in the work that we do, because we try and make a difference, and we know it's needed, we know it's required, and each time and every time. Now people look at us, and if you went onto our website, we carry a lot of logos and it looks absolutely brilliant. And I want the best on our website, and I'm going to get it upgraded again because I'd like to attract people there. But having logos doesn't mean that you're supported with money. We are supported by football's governing bodies, and people look at us as Don't Cross the Line and say, oh, they're getting tons and tons of money. Why can't we? Don't Cross the Line never gets tons and tons of money. We go cap in hand and we put out for lottery grants to try and help us with the work that we do. So that's the way we try and raise funds, with raffles, auctions, anything that we can get our hands on to try and make a difference. And then we'll do our Heart of Gold initiatives, and then we'll bring people in and try and do activities to raise funding to help out the mental health or anything that we're doing. And we want to try and give an awards scheme that we're planning on as well for community members. So it's the community basically helping the community. That's all it is. Forget everyone else around it, it's your community. You've got big clubs, you've got the Liverpool Foundation. I don't think Everton's got a foundation, but they have Everton in the community. And what they do, they all do their own thing. And if you look at them, they'll only help charities with a charitable number and what have you. And they don't really look after community interest companies, which is the next best thing to a charity. That's what it is. It's all about themselves really in it. If you look at the Football Foundation, Liverpool FC, if you look at Everton in the community and others, Man United foundations, have a look and see what they support. And what they'll do is support the charitable causes. And whatever you try and do, there's always a hurdle. You can get so much in it. Now, I know by trying to raise money, try and get funding, just how hard it is to get in, to get the support from the likes of these. So when we say we have support of all football's governing bodies, that's logos only. That's what we carry, their logos. And they will support us with write-ups on the websites, like Everton Football Club in the community, pulled away from us now after 20 odd years and says go through Everton Football Club themselves and see if they can help. And this is the support in Don't Cross the Line, a community programme that we've been supported with throughout the years. Liverpool haven't. Liverpool is staying with us, and Liverpool will write on the website and do something in their programme. We got promised a few things off Everton and they backed out of it and said they were so busy they couldn't squeeze us in. But all the work in Everton in the community is all in there. So outside work other than their own, they're sort of like, can't help. And yet, but you're doing an absolutely amazing job. So you can understand why people start these things up and then give up straight away, because they go, can't get any support, can't get any help. That's what it is. But I've been that pushy, and we've got, thankfully, the PFA who support us. They put all the t-shirts up for the Premier League. Now, as well, t-shirts, and we get some volunteers, by the way, but all the professional side of things don't pay. Everything's supported around them. So all your big clubs and everything like that, people want to get involved, and people will buy and pay and leave things for them, and wow, can I buy you that, you know. And the celebrities, they never pay a thing. And I think there was a film out once which called The £1 Million Cheque, and a lad was a pauper but couldn't spend this cheque, and people were just saying, wow, you can have this for nothing, you can have that for nothing. And he lived a life of never paying for anything. So you could say that money goes to money, or you could just say millionaires are recognised and the community people, the working class, are basically not. So along all these routes, and this is where I'm coming from here, there'll be families, there'll be kids lining the routes, the areas, the pavement stones, climbing lampposts, climbing traffic lights, standing on buildings, who have probably never been to a game and never will. And that is not disrespectful these are supporting the hometown, the families, the kids, that you have to think and look at the bigger picture, that they're out there giving their time and effort in support and made up, because they probably supported their local team through their lifetime, because they're brought up, especially here on Merseyside, and other areas we're talking about as well, other professional football clubs. But what I'm talking about is they haven't been to a game, not through, oh, I haven't got a ticket, anything like that. It's because they can't afford it. Like grassroots football, there's kids out there that we don't know about, and we do know about, that will not play football because the parents cannot afford it. And this is what's been happening through our lifetime. So, the bigger picture is, how many supporters do you have who will never ever set foot in the stadium, or the likes of this Radio 1 roadshow that are down there, tickets on sale, can never go to that, can't afford these things through their life. So how bad will their memories be? We talked about memories today, yesterday, for the kids. You know, mental health, you can understand where mental health comes from now, because it's stress, it's worry, it's blockages, what can I do? And there's some people out there who've got as much as they want with mental health issues as well. Footballers have it as well. They've got as much as they want, but it's the strain, the stress that causes it. And stress is probably one of the biggest killers, but we don't have a stress awareness, do we? That leads up to a lot of illnesses if you look at stress. But in mental health, it's rife. Now you can understand where I'm coming from, that there's kids out there, and what we're trying to do is raise awareness for mental health in kids, and we're using the grassroots football to do that. We're using the song to portray the message, Lean On Me, remix of that one with David Jaggs, a singer from the Ragamuffins, and we've got John May who's going to publicise it through video, and we want to make a difference and bring people together. So absolutely fantastic when we do that. But spare the thought for all the kids and the families who cannot afford, and there's plenty of them out there, and we don't even think about that. And these are the people who are lining the streets. This is why we have so many. This is why even Everton the other day on their last game at Goodison Park, thousands upon thousands lined the streets. Even when the game was in motion, was in play, they were all outside. They were probably wearing anything they could. If they had blue, doesn't mean that they bought a scarf, bought a top, whatever. But the supporters of that club, like Liverpool, how many who will never know unless we ask or know about their background, will never make a game because of the cost of the prices in our sporting activities, and the cost of energy that we brought up and things that we're all paying for in general. It doesn't leave any room for anything exciting as to go and watch your Liverpool, your Everton, your Arsenals, your Man Uniteds, your Tottenhams, to go and watch these games. Racing, we brought up that as well. Sport of Kings, I think it's football now, but that's the title that racing, horse racing has. Sport of Kings, there's a lot of money in it, and you go buy, you know, affordable horses. I will never be able to get involved in racing again because of the cost of it. But in general, this is what we're talking about. We're talking about what causes the likes of mental health, the stress, and we've probably hit the nail on the head. It's all about this. So we have to look at the bigger picture and realise, and this is why we're putting the likes of the choir together, trying to do something, make a difference. We have to, because as I said earlier in the show, you get no support from the government because they expect you to do this. They expect you, and that's why they take a back seat with the big cigars and the drinks and talking politics, forgetting what the communities are going through, what families are going through. But we're not. The community are living in the community. They know what's going on and they're trying to do things to help each other. So you can be proud of yourselves as part of a community. Can we make a difference in other things? Can we get government support? Can we get the professional support when it comes to the likes of CICs, other than charities, registered charities? It's hard going. It is hard work. And clubs, teams, trying to raise money just for a kit and trying to keep the cost as low as they possibly can. And that's what we've done there as well, change.org. We want to make a difference. There's no costs in anything like this. It's all free to sign a petition. That's what we're trying to do. And all we ask for is support. No money, support. We will ask on GoFundMe for support for the choir because we want it. Again, the kids are all putting in their spare time and making a difference and trying to do something. And we advertise for as many kids as we possibly can. So we're giving every child the opportunity to come along to join the choir. So when you put a message out there, if you don't get them, you have to go with the flow, go what's available. And have a stop-off date, time. You with me? Because you need to get that message across. So we have asked all the community and people, okay, don't go on social media, and what they'll say is, I didn't see it. We put leaflets out, handouts, we put it all over, we've asked people, asked the kids, and then you can only have so many. But what we're trying to do is support the work that we're doing because we want to make a massive difference and we want to get in touch with the mental health organisation because we don't want to take the responsibility of the phone calls that we're expecting to receive. And there's adults that we want to bring in on the show who've suffered all their life with mental health from childhood, and it starts from childhood. And we've got one or two lines up to come in to talk about their childhoods going in to adult, and they're still suffering. So you see what I'm saying? Childhoods, we've got to look after our kids. So always spare a thought for the kids in those days, you know, they can't afford to go to games. They're lying in the streets, they're waving, they're not in a stadium. You know, like Sunday will be, or would have been, chocker. The same thing outside the ground. People are celebrating now for tomorrow. You can see it. Today for tomorrow. Fireworks are going off. The team's getting handed the trophy, so it's a celebration day going in to tomorrow for their march, as we say. So spare a thought, help us out and help each other out. Because unfortunately we're part of that community and communities come together. Like the XL, bringing communities together since 2003 with the work that we're trying to achieve. And our Heart of Gold initiatives is trying to do that. We'll always ask for volunteers to come along and try and do activities to raise funding, maybe runs, maybe climbs, maybe parachute jumps, which we've all done. Taking the time and effort out to do that. So if we can all band together as one, enjoy ourselves and spare a thought for the kids and the families who will never ever go to a football match. Maybe we should do a show one day. Will they ever be able to go to a football game? Because these are the heart and soul of our communities. Remember, let's all think positive if we can, because that's all we can, think positive. It may not happen in your lifetime, but it may just do. So we have to have positive thoughts to clear your head and try and keep them clear for mental health. Now, I'm no expert on mental health, but you know what, the people I've sat round and the people I've listened to makes a difference. But I've also been trained in that because I'm a support worker as well. So I have some sort of training towards it and I see things, and that's why I want to get involved in community activities, and that's why I do it. So for anyone who thinks, what are you doing, Limelight? We're not there, we're not paid, We're a not-for-profit organisation, volunteers, and you do get registered charities who will have staff, paid staff on board. Community interest companies don't have paid staff. That's the difference. So there we go. I hope I've made a bit of sense here in the long run. I really, really do. And I hope each and every one of us can go out there and have a really, really cracking day and can continue the weekend. I didn't want anyone to be miserable. Maybe it sounded miserable, maybe it come across miserable, but no, it's just food for thought to put into your minds while you've got this week off, just to think, how much more can we do within our communities to make a difference? We believe that we've done it with referees. They're working, they're making money on the day, but we're doing it to protect the children who are playing football as well. So you see the bigger picture, how we're getting involved within the communities. And if you want to make a difference and get part of us, or ask any questions, or just to get an answer off us, mal@don't.So.them.Tune. Add me as a friend on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, all the social network sites. And I hope I haven't bored you or made your life miserable. It's just, I want to try and get you thinking. There's that many illnesses and diseases going around. We know that everyone needs support, but we are the communities who'll bring that support, because people stick together and help each other. And if you can do that, wow, what more could we ask for? Thank you so much for tuning into this weekend on Bank Holiday weekend. We hope you had a fantastic time here on Merseyside. Be safe tomorrow. There's thousands out there. Watch your pockets, by the way, because there's massive crowds, so you don't know who's coming in, what strangers are going in. Fasten your zips, keep your hands in your pockets, and enjoy the day. And hopefully the rain will keep off and everyone will go home safe, happy, and have loads of good memories. From myself, Mal, and all the team here at the Grassroots Show, Don't Cross the Line, Respect Programme, Heart of Gold initiatives, which we want you to get involved in, and no ref, no game. We'll see you tomorrow. Well, we won't see you tomorrow. We'll see you on Friday evening, and our kids are still having a break in Young Commentators. Take it easy, enjoy the week ahead, and we'll see you Friday. Cheerio for now.